that merge the education, the entertainment, the cultural celebration in somewhere where everyone could come and we build something. And so,
we don't even idea of the few brands
because and for those you know, it's going to be line dance central.
Absolutely.
There we've got lessons before, so we're ready.
Complete this sentence. Juneteenth means blank to me. What's up? It's Chris Caitlin, and I would like to welcome you back to the Princess Diaries podcast. And today we are celebrating the return of the 5th annual Juneteenth Family Fest that's happening in North Charleston. It's going to be happening Saturday, June 20th, 2026 at Riverfront Park in North Charleston. And I must say, this event holds a very special place in my heart. I had the pleasure of being the host for the inaugural Juneteenth Family Fest, and I am so happy to see it continue under the leadership of Joselyn Johnson. Juneteenth in Charleston carries a deep historical significance. Nearly half of enslaved Africans brought to America came through Charleston. Yes, you heard that right. We all cousins. Making this celebration a powerful tribute to our ancestors, our resilience, and our future. This festival will feature live entertainment, Black art, cultural food, community resources, family activities, HBCU representatives, and a spectacular fireworks show to close out. And today we're going to discuss all the ins and out and why you should be there. So I'm super excited to have you, Joselyn. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited to be here. Just like you said, you were a part of the inaugural, the second.
Yes.
You've been a support of this festival, so I'm really excited to be here and in your space.
Yeah, so when I got the email, because I'm part of the email subscribers list, and I was like, it's coming back. So let's get into that.
Yeah.
Juneteenth Family Fest didn't happen last year, but it's happening this year. So
Yeah.
why was the reason we had a hiatus year?
Yeah, so I mean, in all things that we do, especially when we're doing things for the community, you want to make sure that you're building something that's sustainable,
Right.
that works, and that we can keep affordable to everybody.
Right.
When me and Octavia sat down and she brought this idea to do the Juneteenth Family Fest, both of us had the same mindset. We're doing this for the community. This is not something like, though we're both entrepreneurs, this isn't something that we were like, this is our opportunity to make money off of this holiday.
Right.
This was we don't have this in this area, and we should do it, and we should do it in a way that's family friendly. Both of us have families. We went to high school together, actually.
Yeah.
So there's like some
Awesome.
history there. And we were like, what if we created something that was completely family friendly, that merged the education, the entertainment, the cultural celebration in somewhere where everyone could come and we build something. And so that is how we got there. We took the hiatus because, this to put on a festival like this in full transparency is expensive.
Yes.
It is expensive.
One more time.
It is expensive. And so, again, like looking back at what our mission was, we were faced with an option. Either ticket prices were going to be higher so that we can afford to do this,
Right.
or we were going to take a year off, strategize, think about how this can be sustainable, and then come back with something that can sustain without making the prices higher than what they are, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what that was. We had a great conversation afterwards. Octavia has many thriving businesses.
She's
families. She is
amazing.
like a super woman.
Yes.
Super shout out to her.
Yes. Shout out to you, Octavia.
and she came to me with the idea. She was like, listen, I have a lot of things going on, and you've been a part of this event since the beginning. I would love to have you be the executive director and transfer ownership. And so we are doing that. It's been a pleasure. She's still a part of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to look in both cameras and say she's not going anywhere. That's really for her.
Right. Not leaving.
We're still working together. And so that was the purpose, just re-strategizing and making sure that we don't lose focus of what our mission was.
And I love that. And especially when you both did it together, but it's like, it's no problem passing the torch.
Yeah,
And letting someone carry it who can carry it the way you want to see it and
Yeah.
just get all of the accolades that it deserves,
Yeah.
because this is an amazing event. And I remember like when it started, it was like this new discovery of Juneteenth for everybody.
Yep.
And so like to see what it has become and what it's grown to. And I'm glad you even spoke to the point of knowing how to pivot. A lot
Yeah.
of times when you are an entrepreneur, business owner,
Yeah.
and things are not looking that well with the financials, a lot of times people just try to push and push
Yeah.
and push. And it's so funny. So like Threads is now the new Black Twitter.
Mhm.
And someone on Threads, they were just kind of like, I see y'all charging sections for Juneteenth. The ancestors are not pleased. And it's like, it's one of those things that's to where it's like, it's Juneteenth. Like, it should be, like, I get you're paying for your vendors and things.
Exactly.
But like, if this is an event for Juneteenth,
That's literally where we were, Chris. Like we were literally like, okay, do we do what? And there's no. I don't mean this any harm to any other festival that does it differently. Like, do we do what traditional festivals do and charge $25 or more to get inside of our festival?
Right.
For some festivals, for most festivals, that works.
Right.
It makes sense. You're coming in, you're getting this experience. This is a party. This is what you're doing. For our festival, we absolutely wanted to keep it accessible for families.
Yeah.
We are an alcohol-free, a smoke-free event, and we really do focus on making sure there's something for everyone there. So it didn't make sense for us to keep going and just raise the prices.
Right.
It also didn't make sense for us to keep going and raise the prices for vendors either.
Right.
Because we wanted to make sure that those small businesses, those up-and-coming artisans, they would still be able to afford and make the money off of it. So we are, for those who reach out about vending and bringing their food truck, we are particular about the number of food trucks and the number of vendors, because we want to make sure that it's not just about getting the money. We want to make sure that you're going to make your money too.
Right.
And if I have 30 food trucks and 3,000 people, well, there's a chance you might not make your money back. And I want to make sure that you're going to make your money back plus some.
Exactly. And that makes sense. When you sit down, everything makes sense.
Yeah.
So Juneteenth Family Fest is now in its 5th year. So what does it mean to lead an event that has become such an important tradition in the Charleston community?
Honestly, it's an honor. It's pressure, but in a good way.
Yeah.
My business, Inventions by Joselyn, my motto has always been that I'm going to do events that have positive community impact, making a difference one event at a time. Someone told me to sit down and they were like, what would you, because I'm one of those that makes a goal and then I get another goal and then I get another goal.
Right.
And she was like, okay, so write down what you would want someone to say at your retirement party. Ooh. And I was like, I want them to say that I made a difference one event at a time. And that became the mission of my business. Okay. So 10% of my net income anyway goes to some type of nonprofit. So being able to be in this position now where my business is also supporting this festival for the community, it's just a perfect alignment. Yeah. So it is an honor to be able to serve the community. That's what I love. That's why I do this. I mean, my first big girl job was down at the housing authority, and I was like, I don't want to do weddings. I want to do community events. Right. So like that's where my heart is. So I love it.
That's amazing. And you guys, Jocelyn is behind a lot of your favorite events and festivals that comes to Charleston. Yeah. She's being really coy about it. So I should just write all of her accolades just right here, right now. She's being really coy about it, but don't worry, we'll get into it. We're going to get into her business. All right, so Charleston's history is deeply connected to the African experience. Yeah. Why is it important to celebrate Juneteenth in a city with significant historical legacy?
Yeah, so you touched a bit on it in the intro. Like, over 50% of African Americans can trace their ancestry through Charleston, through the slave trade. The city of North Charleston in specific also has historical context to freed slaves starting their own town over on Liberty Hill. So there's so much history that's there. I even learned, one of my clients is the Gullah Geechee corridor, and I even learned at one of the events that Goose Creek is Goose Creek because there were the Goosemen from Barbados that were bringing slaves here illegally and then selling them into Charleston. It's a whole thing. So I'm like,
I'm a history buff. I'll have to talk to you about that later.
Yeah, I was like, the more you know.
Yeah.
But that speaks to the importance of us celebrating here. Like, Charleston is the hub for a lot of that. We have such rich culture here, the Gullah Geechee culture. Like, I remember when it became trending, it was cringy for me, for everybody to like, all of it.
And we don't even. Yeah. I DM'd a few brands
because, and for those who don't understand, it's cringy because growing up, we were not allowed to be our authentic self in every space.
You cannot.
We literally were taught to code switch just to blend in.
Yeah.
Just to not have to explain that. And there's so much history there as to why we are particular about that culture. Right. I tell my grandmother, like, people say, like, you don't always sound like it until you get comfortable. I was like, yeah, I got to get comfortable. Also, I tell my grandmother, I say, you all taught us not to speak like that. However, it was a Gullah Geechee man that made us as sustainable as we are.
Hello.
Completely.
Thank you.
All the way.
Yeah, this is like,
so.
And and seeing, I would say, how many like outside people from Charleston, they just love the culture. So it's like, I like that the Juneteenth Family Fest, it highlights Gullah Geechee culture. And I feel like it's just bringing that pride back. And it's so many times, like, you're not the first person I've had this conversation with when they're like, you know, because I thought it was just me. Like, we were taught to not sound Geechee.
Absolutely.
And I'll never forget when I went to South Carolina State and like the guy came up to me, he was like, "Are you Jamaican?" And I was like, I was mortified. But then like now, you know, having these conversations and I'll hear people like, "I listen to your podcast because I like the accent." Keep subscribing. But yeah, so like, plug. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that's where like I will always wonder why like people from New Orleans, why their dialect is just so loved, but we're taught to like hate ours. So
I really think there's more to what we have done in this specific area that they don't want to celebrate. That they do not want to celebrate, more that we contributed that they do not want to celebrate. And there are more people who are wanting to be open to that. But we were intentional, Octavia and I, in building this, specifically Octavia, because she's also a history buff, was extremely intentional about being like, this won't just be any Juneteenth. This is going to be a Juneteenth that celebrates everything that the Low Country is about, including the Gullah Geechee community and culture and what we represent, how the foodways tie in. And so I'm excited that we are leaning into that even a little bit more this year for Juneteenth.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the festival. So it's a lot of different moving pieces. So if you're coming to the festival, which you should be there.
You should be.
What can we expect from the festival?
So you can expect, if you've been there before, you can expect that same like feeling of Black joy in a space that everyone is welcome, but we are not dimming our light in any way at this event. Like that's what you can expect. You can expect that feel. And if you've been there before, you can also, our pavilion this year, it's going to be the Gullah Geechee Pavilion. So we'll be featuring some pop-up with some hibiscus tea from Washington Cafe, which is the Black-owned cafe from Mount Pleasant.
I still need to get there. It's on my to-do list. It's on my to-do list.
Me too. So I was like, I got to bring him
right,
too.
Bring him there. Thank you.
And then we have Naturally Geechee, who's a body care brand, and she is a Gullah Geechee vendor and artisan that's going to be featured there. We've got a lot of different performers. You know, Juneteenth, we try and focus on those local performers as well. We got line dancing.
That's the thing. That is a very big thing. I have to learn. I know, like, but I knew, like,
that's why we have the lessons.
Oh, okay.
So we have the lessons before our headliner Chuck gets up, because you know it's going to be Line Dance Central there.
Absolutely.
We've got lessons before, so we're ready.
Okay, so I was like, I'm gonna have to be all like, you know, you don't want to be that person who's stepping on everybody because everyone gets mad at you. So I'll be there for the lesson. I'm gonna just hang out the back to like make sure I get everything.
Listen, we both gonna be over there. Right. There's some lessons that I'm like, that's a lot of footwork.
I'm just here to smile and wave.
I'm here for this.
Right. Once we pass this, I don't know.
So we have that, and then we did bring in, we're doing cabanas this year, so that's something a little bit different. Again, we're a family friendly event, so I'm testing out the theory of what does it look like to have people be able to purchase a space where they can, you know, chill, relax with their family and friends. Right. So we had limited edition; those sold out. So if you didn't get them then, I'm sorry, but I wanted to keep it affordable.
Love that. Yeah. Love that. I remember one year my mom, she had the whole tent, the whole setup. So
I encouraged that.
She was prepared.
We have a tent zone.
Yes. We have a nice little zone for you.
We do.
This episode of Princess Diaries is sponsored by the Bill Green Law Firm. If you've been in an accident, make sure you call the Bill Green Law Firm. No win, no cost. That's our promise. So if someone has never attended the Juneteenth Family Fest before, what is your elevator pitch to sell them as to why they need to come?
You need to be at the Juneteenth Family Fest because it is the festival that is for the family. Fun, unity. Like I said, if you want to engulf yourself into the Black culture and Black excellence, this is where you need to be. Everyone is welcome, but we are going to be our whole full selves out at the Juneteenth Family Fest.
Hello, you see the shirt, ghetto until proven fashionable. Thank you.
I love it.
I wore this specifically for this
interview. I love it.
All right, so quick Juneteenth rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
Ready? One word that describes Juneteenth.
Joy.
Ooh, all right. Favorite Juneteenth food?
I don't know if this is a Juneteenth food, but I always think about fried okra.
Thank you. That is a good one.
It is.
All right. If you could have one historical figure attend the festival, who would it be?
Selfishly, Nina Simone.
Okay. I'm there with you on that
Yeah.
one. All right. What is your favorite part of the festival? The live music, black art, cultural food, community vendors, or fireworks?
Man,
I know that's hard, right?
That's hard. Probably the music. I love kind of watching the crowd, just soak it in and just be there. I'm normally that one that you could catch me in the building looking out and just soaking it all in, like, yes.
And is that one part when they hear that one song and then you just see the entire crowd moving? And I'm like, oh, look at my cousin.
Yes.
All right. And my last rapid fire. Complete this sentence. Juneteenth means blank to me.
It means I can be myself. Unapologetically myself. All day. I mean, every day most of the time, but I code switch occasionally.
Of course.
I do.
Gotta make it work on both sides.
Yeah, you gotta make it work.
But yeah, no, so I'm super excited. So the Juneteenth Family Fest is Saturday, June 20th at Riverfront Park. Kids are free. Kids 12 and under.
Kids 6 and under are free.
Got it.
7 to 17 are $5.
That's not bad.
And then adults are 10.
Awesome. So once again, we just gave you your plans for Juneteenth Family Fest.
Absolutely.
Is there anything that I left out that you want to include?
Come on. We want to see you all there. This is going to be a great time. You do not want to miss this, and we are looking forward to this and many, many more years.
Awesome. And what's the Juneteenth social media pages so we can get connected?
Yep. You're going to go to JFF Charleston.com for the website. You're going to go to Juneteenth_CHS for Instagram and Juneteenth Family Fest for Facebook.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for dropping by. I'm really looking forward to it. It's so many events happening for Juneteenth weekend. We are going to be very black, unapologetic, very Geechee, especially in Charleston.
Looking forward to this week.
And I want you to be there. So make sure, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you comment and leave us 5 stars. And make sure you're subscribed to the Princess Diaries podcast on all social media platforms and everywhere you stream your podcast. And make sure you're connecting with me, Chris Caitlin, on Instagram, Facebook, _Chris Caitlin on TikTok. And I'll see you back for another episode of the Princess Diaries. Thank you so much.